Good afternoon, fans. This is your girl from Mel's Mat Chat, and this is episode 278 of the podcast. How is everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's enjoying their Fridays. Note, this is being recorded on Wednesday night, right after Dynamite. So, if there is anything going on Thursday, I will do a little bit of a video and get it out on Twitter. And you can go to Twitter and get my thoughts of that on. Um, Speaking of Twitter and social media, please do me a favor and go check out my social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is Mel's Mat Chat. And please go check me out on Snapchat and Facebook. You can find me there as well. Um, but it's going to be a great weekend. Again, I am going to see what I can cover when it comes to the Elimination Chamber because it is a very important pay per view. Again, I want to thank Ringside News for going to allow me to do a preview and predictions on Saturday. It's going to go up around 9 o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to do it Friday night right after SmackDown. So be prepared for that. My review will be sometime on Sunday. With all any notes I get because I'm not going to be watching it. Less because I have what is it called? The Fire Stick, which will I get a free pay-per-view? I don't know. We'll see. If it's free, I will watch it, but if it's not, I'm not going to I don't have a Peacock network anymore. So that is that. Review is going to be sometime on a Sunday, and then that is that for the rest of the week. Um, Also, please do me a favor. You know what I got to do. You know what I got to do. I got to shout out the people who I support. Harry's.com. Go visit their website for all your shaving uh, needs and toiletry essentials. Please, if you have a beard, go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. They have really great products for your beard and they have righteous merchandise. I should know I have two of their shirts. They're soft as butter. So go check them out. Please also go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and get 3 flavors, which are mango, orange, mixed berry, and lime. You can also get their spring water and their uh, sparkling water. Delicious. It's going to ruin you. Swear to God. Swear to God. Please also go check out the people over at Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Visit their website for all your coffee essentials, and they have really cool merchandise. I think they're just about to go away. The pumpkin spice chai, the coffee. I'm telling you, I was never a coffee drinker at all. I was never a coffee drinker, never a pumpkin coffee drinker. I have been in like deep end type shit when it comes to pumpkin. I love it. I love the pumpkin spice lattes. I've had a really 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 unhealthy obsession about pumpkin spice. But I'm trying to make up for all the ones that I couldn't drink, or didn't drink when I thought pumpkin spice latte. Ew, pumpkin spice, yay! So go check them out at deathwishcoffee.com. I believe it's March 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check with my calendar. I think it's March 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Um, It's either March 10th or March 11th, but you can get everything, all the dates on HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. They are having their next event on there. Most likely it'll be on Fight TV. Seriously, go get Fight TV Plus. It's $4.99 a month, and this is included. And once you get it, you can actually go back and watch the ones you missed. Fucking awesome. Also, please do me a favor. April is going to come up here very quickly. I am going to start this now. I'm going to make it a narrative of me. I'm a huge autistic awareness advocate. My son is severely autistic, and he's been living with autism since he's 3 years old. He was diagnosed at 3 years old, and I want you to make aware that April is going to be literally a blink away. Please do me a favor and go to your any autism awareness charity that you know of. Please go check them out. I'm not affiliated with any um, organization. I'm just letting you know that April 2nd is Autism Awareness Day. And it's World Autism Awareness Day. The whole month is dedicated to autism. Can you do me a favor on April 2nd? Please go and take a picture of yourself, tag me in it, put it on either Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can find me. Please tag me into it. It would be great to get the word out about autism, and tag it World Autism Awareness Day. It's on April 2nd. So it's going to be coming up faster than you think. And I'm going to be, I'm going to wear my blue. Please wear blue in that. Please wear blue. And let's light this motherfucker up, and let's get eyes on this cause. It's not as big as cancer or AIDS. Let's get this in the realm of those two things. We're always worried about causes that will kill somebody, will end their life. This is to celebrate life, and to celebrate that you could be working for a boss that is autistic and you don't even know it. They are so different. They are coming from so many different areas. My son is brilliant when it comes to math, when it comes to remembering states. I mean, at less than a year old, we had these wooden blocks. Some two people gave us two of them, one each. So what we did was we put them together. My son, I kid you not, my son took the letters and he made football matches, like the New York Jets versus the Buffalo Bills. He had he was able to get like 18 matches. It was hilarious. He was booking fucking the NFL was better booking. He was booking the NFL better than Roger Goodell was. It's hilarious. And he knew he even started to say Philadelphia, Dallas, and everything. So please, it's imperative. We need to get more eyes on and more mouths out about this. Autism awareness is like one in, I think, 45 kids that get diagnosed, and that's just for the boys. The girls are a little bit higher, but that statistic is getting lower and lower. I want to put this out there. If you don't have anybody that's greatly affected personally, like a family member, do me a favor. You must know people through your neighborhood and everything. It's about time you start learning about this. It's not catchable. It's a neurological disorder. It's been proven that it's done at birth. I mean, at conception. They have so many statistics, and one of them is because my son's father is significantly older than me. It's been proven that if an older man mates with a younger woman, the possibility goes up. So if you know somebody, please, if you want, you can even make a video and shout out the person who is autistic. I don't show my son on here. I don't show any of my son. I don't even have it on Facebook. I don't have it on Instagram, Twitter, no nothing. My son has privacy. I respect that. This is not his social media. It's my social media. He doesn't know about social media, which I'm glad about. He doesn't need to know about social media. That I've greatly dodged like you wouldn't believe. So I'm pretty lucky on that. So please, April 2nd, World Autism Awareness Day. Please wear your blue. Light the world up in blue. And please take the time in the whole month of April to really get immersed yourself with autism and autism awareness. Because again, your boss could be your could be autistic. Your maybe your little niece or your little nephew could be autistic. It's just my son is so magnificent and so special to me that when my mother passed away and I had to tell him that his grandmother passed away, he has been my rock. He has not acted out. He has been very calm. I know something's wrong with him. I keep saying to him that grandma's just trying to get better and we're going to see her as soon as she feels better. We just got you got to be very good. You got to be super, super good. And you got to keep listening. The more you listen, the faster grandma gets better. And so far, so good on that one. So, yeah, please do me that favor. April 2nd, I'm going to be shouting this out on social media and everything like that. You're going to get tired of it, but I need to do this. I want to bring awareness to it. And I'm going to try to reach out to some organization to see if they can get, like, if I can throw the traffic that way. But I don't have it, and I want to, be able to say stuff or shout out an organization and not get in trouble for why are you saying this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to work on it, and hopefully in the next couple weeks, I can start, shouting out an organization. All right, this is episode 278. Let's get this party started. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do AEW first and then SmackDown, WWE second. The Rampage was broadcast from El Paso County Coliseum in El Paso, Texas. We started off with the trios match. Before we get into this, I want to announce that AEW will be starting their first tapings of Ring of Honor between February 25th and 26th. And it will debut on March 2nd on Honor Club. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. I think it's going to be in some place in Florida. So that is that. So we go into the trios. We have the Black Bull Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian. Sabian and Yuta started off the match for their respective sides. Yuta grabbed a blind tag and Claudio press slammed Kip. The Butcher tagged in and grabbed a side headlock on Claudio. Claudio blasted Butcher with a European uppercuts. Mox tagged in and peppered Butcher with kicks. Yuta grabbed a tag, but Butcher back body dropped Yuta and then walloped Yuta with a running crossbody. Sabian tagged in and rocked Yuta with a stunner and followed up with a cannibal senton in the corner. Butcher and Blade nailed Yuta with a stereo headbutts. Moxley tagged in and bit down on Kip's forehead. Moxley suplexed Sabian twice. Moxley transitioned to a double wrist lock on Sabian. Kip scored a knee strike on Moxley. While the ref was distracted, the Butcher and the Blade double-teamed Moxley. Sabian crashed onto Moxley with a moonsault. Moxley rallied back with a powerbomb on Sabian off the ropes. Claudio and Blade tagged in for their teams. Claudio took down Blade with a dropkick. Claudio used a short arm lariat on the Blade. Sabian jumped on Claudio's back, but Claudio countered with a giant swing. The Blade attempted to roll up Claudio from behind. Claudio countered by transitioning to the sharpshooter. Butcher ran in with a sliding elbow on Claudio. Moxley jumped in and wiped out Butcher with a cutter. Claudio hoisted up Blade with up Blade and planted him with a Alpmare water slide for a near fall. Sabian jumped off the top rope, but Mox defended with a cutter. Claudio nearly decapitated Blade with a European uppercut and then scored the pin. So the Blackpool Combat Club picks up the win. A Darby Allin video package aired. Darby said people are wondering what's next for him. Sting said he and Darby are going to go out in a blaze of glory. Ooh, what the heck is that gonna do? Ooh. The hell? Oh. The Jericho Appreciation Society, James Murray and Brian Quinn of the TV's Impractical Jokers through a table, taking back Jericho's baseball bat. Oh my God. This is why nobody watches this show. Now I can understand. Lexi Nair interviewed the natural Dustin Rhodes. Rhodes had Swerve crossed the line and Swerve disrespected Rhodes' family. You're calling in yourself a mogul. What is that? Are you an entertainment god? God doesn't like rejects, and neither do I. The mogul affiliates ambush Rhodes. Swerve threw out a challenge to Rhodes for next Friday night, which is tomorrow. Which is tonight. Ruby Soho versus Marina Shafir. Ruby baited Marina in with kicks to the face. Ruby had her no future blocked by Marina. Marina headbutted Ruby between the shoulder blades. Ruby fired back with Destination Unknown and then pinned Marina. So much for the problem, right, people? I think she's more of a problem. She needs to stay the fuck out of a wrestling ring. After the match, Saraya and Toni Storm walked to the ring. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, tackled Saraya. Jamie Hayter joined in the fray to even up the odds while Ruby watched them brawl outside the ring. It was announced that next week, Wednesday night, will be Toni Storm versus Ruby Soho versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Hold on. Breaking news. Mark Briscoe officially signs with AEW. Congratulations to him. I am so fucking thrilled. Congratulations. It's about time. It took fucking his brother's death to get him signed. That's just another tangent I'm going to fucking goddamn go over on another time. But let's just get back to this. Lexi Nair interviewed Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion Mark Briscoe backstage. Speak of the devil. Smart Mark Sterling offered his services to Briscoe, but Mark Briscoe turned him down. Good for him. Josh Wood cautioned Mark and told him he wasn't in Sandy Fork anymore. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Ryan Nemeth. Nemeth DDT Jack Perry, but Perry came back with a thrust kick. Jack nailed Nemeth with a running elbow to the back of the head and scored the pin. Didn't take long, said Jim Ross. The Machine, Brian Cage, and Prince Nana walked onto the ramp. Cage taunted Jungle Boy, and that was it. Renee Paquette interviewed Hangman Adam Page backstage. Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford interrupted Sabian. Sabian told Page to grow up and take his loss to Moxley like a man. A frustrated Page stormed off. All Atlantic Championship match. Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy versus the Firm's Lee Moriarty. Moriarty stole Cassidy's sunglasses, but Cassidy took them back. Moriarty ragdolled Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy took down Moriarty with a drop kick. Cassidy closed the distance and then bounced Moriarty's head off the turnbuckle pad. Moriarty blasted Orange with a thrust kick. Orange was looking for beach break on the apron, but Lee countered, planting Cassidy hard on the ring apron. Moriarty walked over Cassidy's arm. Moriarty was searching for the Border City stretch, but Orange grabbed the bottom rope. Orange is in serious trouble, said Excalibur. Stokely Hathaway was about to club Orange with his cast, but Danhausen put a curse on Hathaway. Orange spiked Lee with a DDT. Lee dodged the Orange punch and fired back with a lariat. The momentum shift when Orange landed a beach break out of nowhere. Cassidy connected with the Orange punch. Lee came back with Border City stretch, but Orange countered, cradling Lee and pinning him. Stokely was disappointed, said Jim Ross. Sadaman Singh walked onto the ramp and distracted Orange and Danhausen. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett jumped Orange and Danhausen from behind, smashing them with the stolen Golden Globe. Best Friends ran down to even up the odds and got cracked with the Golden Globe for their efforts. The Acclaimed sprinted to the ring and chased off Lethal, Jarrett, and Singh. Before we go into Dynamite, I want to send out my condolences to the Jarrett family, Jeff, Karen, the kids. Jerry Jarrett passed away. I think it was today, if I'm not mistaken, or it was yesterday. I know it was either yesterday or today. I want to send out my condolences to them here at Mel's Mat Chat. We're sending prayers and support to the Jarrett family and Jerry Jarrett, another one that we can add on to the people that we have already lost in 2023. Dynamite was taking place from the Sam's Auto Arena in Laredo, Texas. We started off with a trios match. All Atlantic champion Orange Cassidy with Danhausen. He teamed up with the Acclaimed Anthony Bowens and Max Caster with Daddy Ass versus Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Sadaman Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. Was this a trios match or no? This was a bona fide 8-man tag. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought there was a trios. Don't mind me today. Jay Lethal and Anthony Bowens began for their respective teams. Bowens used a snapmare into a roll-up on Lethal for a near fall. Caster tagged in, and he and Bowens used tandem offense on Lethal. Double J tagged in, but Caster took him down with an arm drag and then a drop kick. Sadaman Singh tagged in, and Orange Cassidy wanted a piece of him. Sanjay came in instead, and then Daddy Ass tagged in. Sanjay quickly tagged out to Jarrett. The newly crowned AEW Tag Team Champs, the Guns, walked onto the ramp, coincidentally, because Daddy Ass is in the ring. The strategically came in while their father was in the ring, didn't they? Asked Tony Schiavone. Daddy Ass was distracted by the sons on the ramp, and Jeff took advantage of the opportunity with a forearm to Daddy Ass. Jericho a stomped a Memphis mud hole into Daddy Ass. Sadaman Singh tagged in and shoulder blocked Daddy Ass. Singh chucked Orange Cassidy like a bag of trash. Caster planted Jay Lethal with Sanjay ran directly into the orange punch from Cassidy. Caster had Sanjay set up for the scissor me timbers, but Jeff knocked down Daddy Ass. Orange Cassidy blasted Jeff off the ring apron. Bowens dropped the leg with the scissor me timbers on Sanjay Dutt and pinned them. Bowens Caster locked eyes with the guns. Texas Tornado Match. Blackpool Combat Club. Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley versus La Faction Incurables, Preston Vance, and Rouge. John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli were ambushed by La Faction Incurables as the Blackpool Combat Club were making their entrance. They brawled back in the ring. Moxley kicked Vance until Rouge entered the ring and blindsided Mox. La Faction Incurables. I'm butchering this. I'm going to do LFI. Okay, LFI. Took the boots to Mox. Vance nailed Mox with a spine buster, and Rouge followed up with a drop kick. Claudio, the difference maker, jumped in with a springboard European uppercut to Vance. Claudio smashed Vance into a steel chair with a running bulldog. Mox and Claudio whipped Vance into two chairs and were set up in the turnbuckles. Rouge came back into the ring and tried to fight off the BBC. Sorry, the BCC. Oh my god. I need a fucking break here. I need a vacation or something because I can't. I'm looking at BCC, but I'm thinking BBC. And it's not what you think. It's the channel from Britain. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. This is Sister Melissa. Don't do that. Who the fuck am I kidding? Yeah, do that. I'm the last person that should be fucking goddamn telling you don't think of that. What the fuck am I thinking here? Anywho, the BCC, Rouge was quickly knocked to the arena floor where Mox rammed him with a tope suicida. Vance speared Mox off the apron onto Rouge, and Claudio were on the arena floor. Vance and Rouge buried Claudio underneath a table and some chairs outside the ring. Claudio was trapped after being drilled by the steel chairs, so Mox left to fend for himself. Vance cracked Moxley with a steel chair. This is Texas Tornado. This is all legal, said Taz. This is personal for Vance, added Tony Schiavone, because somehow he got him when he was in the Dark Order and he was getting hurt by Mox. Something happened with him and he's never forgot about it. So this is why he's acting the way he's acting. Claudio emerged from underneath the timekeeper's table. Claudio whipped the chain around his fist and blasted Vance with a big right hand. Vance was busted wide open. Claudio spun Vance around in the ring, and the giant swing of Rouge was there to break up the pin attempt by Claudio. Moxley rocked Roosh with a cutter. Claudio took Roosh off with his feet with a European uppercut. Jose, the assistant, cracked Claudio with a steel chair. Wheeler Yuta ran down and battered Jose up the ramp with forearms. Claudio speared Roosh, but Vance broke up the pin at last possible moment. Roosh chopped at Claudio while Claudio returned fire with European uppercuts. Vance used the chain on sorry. Claudio used the chain on Vance and made him submit with an armbar. Hangman Anna Page watched Mox from the monitor backstage. Kip Sabian, the Butcher, the Blade, attacked Hangman Anna Page with the Dark Order, chased them off. Wardlow had a sit-down interview with Jim Ross. Oh, I think we have another breaking news. Breaking news. Oh, it's just spoilers. Warlow, from the time I can remember until the time I was 8 years old, my dad instilled a lot. He re entered my life later. I found out he had stage 4 cancer. I promised him I'd be a better man than him and I'd make it. The next morning, I got a phone call that he passed. I grew my beard and hair out after I saw what cancer took from him. Samoa Joe knew that and took that. My connection with my father, you took that from me. Look me in the eye, Joe. You will not survive me. Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion Mark Briscoe versus the Technical Beat Josh Woods. Josh Woods grappled Mark Briscoe to the mat. Mark shoulders blocked Woods to the mat. Ari Daivari and Tony Nese hammered at Briscoe until the Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix and Penta El Zeno Miedo, ran down to even up the odds. Woods nailed Mark with a corkscrew suplex off the apron to the arena floor. Mark rallied back with his redneck kung fu. Briscoe planted Woods with a powerbomb off the ropes. Mark called for the Jade Driller, but Woods countered by ducking underneath the rolling through, plus with the pure chaos for a near fall. Woods cracked Mark with a knee strike. Mark hit a Death Valley driver and then followed up with a foggy bow, scoring the pin on Josh Woods. So Mark Briscoe picked, and you knew that. He's not going to lose that. He's not going to lose for a very long time. And I have actually an idea for a Ring of Honor. How NXT has the Dusty Classic. Why can't we have a Jay Briscoe Classic? Pay me, Mr. Khan. Pay me. Renee Paquette sat down interview with Adam Cole. Baby, I have to do it. I'm sorry. It's you got to do it. It's customary here. Cole, this roster is stacked, and I know when I come back, I need to be prepared. All I could say, it's going to be good for all Elite Wrestling and going to be good for Adam Cole, baby. AEW World Champion MJF was contractually obligated to appear tonight ahead of his 60-minute Iron Man match against the American Dragon Bryan Danielson at Revolution 2023. The champ walked down to the ring. MJF. Bryan Danielson, these people love you, man. You have no idea how much that pisses me off, man. At one point in time, these people loved me. Not long ago, they used to be devil worshippers. I could take that so many fucking ways, and I'm not going to do that. Oh, what the fuck? Sweetheart, you think you're a devil worshiper? All right? Sweetheart, I love that Malachi Black. I love fucking all of Judgment Day. I think they're more dedicated to the devil than you are. You are just a spoiled, rotten brat that comes from my neck of the woods, which, you know what? Time goes on, he's a heel. He's a special, there's a special place in my heart for him. But he's an asshole, and he's going to play an asshole. He definitely lives his gimmick. No doubt. No fucking doubt whatsoever. And I am dying here. I'm not taking this off because my shirt is very see-through, and I'm not going to show you the goods. Okay? Especially this is going to be on Twitter, YouTube. Anywho, let's move on. But they are fickle. So I turned my back on them before they had the opportunity to turn their backs on me. Just like everybody else, but at least I'm honest. I'm the devil, man, but you're not so honest about who you are, Brian. In real life, you're just like them all. A worthless sack of trash. I hate you because you have these people that you're better than me when you couldn't be further from the truth. You people think Bryan Danielson is the best in the world. Why is that? Because he entertains you in the best. Entertains you the best. It's because he puts you on 5-star bangers. Puts on 5-star bangers. Little secret, guys. Let's get in business for one reason and one reason only. And that is to become world champion. And last I checked, the only way to be the best in the world is to be the man who holds the AEW World Championship. And at last I checked, that is something Bryan Danielson was never able to accomplish. After that clock strikes 0 in our match, I will be victorious because you are not the best in the world. Brian, I am. At Revolution, I'm going to prove it because you don't have the balls to do what it takes. I'm MJF, and you're better than, and I'm better than you, and you know it. If you don't want to take my word for it, maybe you'll listen to a man who has known Bryan Danielson his entire career. Let me introduce you to the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. So Daniels comes out to the ring. MJF, do me a favor and tell these people the truth about Bryan Danielson inside the square circle. Christopher Daniels. The truth? Okay. Full disclosure. MJF paid me an obscene amount of money to desecrate Bryan Danielson tonight. This isn't the man I am today. If you want the truth, Bryan Danielson is set to knock your dick in the dirt. I thought your dick in, I thought he was going to say. But nevertheless, Daniels, though, the padded envelope full of money through the money to MJF. Daniels, I watched Daniels win the King of the Indies in 2020 and 2001, and that tournament inspired Ring of Honor as a promotion. If there wasn't Ring of Honor, there might not be an AEW, and then there definitely would be MJF. He knows what it takes to be the world champion. That's why these people love him, and that's why you hate him. Brian, exactly what you wish you could be. He is the best wrestler in the world today, not you. You're just a fraud. MJF slapped the microphone out of Christopher Daniels' hand. Daniels tries to walk away, but MJF pulled him back. Daniels slapped MJF, and then MJF kicked Daniels and put him in the salt of the earth. Armbar. Bryan Danielson ran down to help Christopher Daniels while MJF retreated up the ramp. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Ring of Honor six-man champion, The Machine, Brian Cage. I don't understand why they didn't even screw the other shit, you know? I mean, I don't understand it at all. What's so fucking ever? Cage clobbered Perry with a high boot. Jungle Boy rallied back with a dropkick. Jack Perry jumped off the second rope with a twisting crossbody, but Cage caught him. Brian Cage powerbombed Jack into the turnbuckles. Cage was looking to suplex Jack out of the ring, but Jack countered with a diving splash for a near fall. Jack Perry planted Cage with a Death Valley driver. Jack nailed Cage with a crucifix bomb and then cracked him in the back of the head with a running strike for the pin. After the match, Christian Cage walked down to the ramp. Jungle Boy charged at Christian Cage, but Cage sprayed Jungle Boy in the eyes with something, blinding Jack Perry. Christian Cage smashed Jack Perry on the ramp with a kill switch. Renee Paquette was backstage with the Acclaim, announced they were going to invoke their rematch clause at Revolution, and now it will be a fatal four-way. And I hope it's an elimination. Be the Guns versus the Acclaim versus the winner of the Casino Battle Royal on March 1st versus the winner of the Revolution Battle Royal on February 22nd. The Elite was backstage. They were approached by Top Flight and AR Fox, who challenged them to a rematch on Rampage this Friday for the Trios champion, and the Elite accepted. Hangman Adam Page versus Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford. Sabian rocked Page with a cannonball in the corner. Kip springboarded off the rope, but Adam Page caught him and hurled him with a fallaway slam. Kip Sabian punted Page from the apron and followed up with a springboard moonsault to Page on the arena floor. Hangman Page whipped Kip into the guardrail. Page planted Kip with a pop-up powerbomb for a near fall. Page followed up with a dead eye in the center of the ring and pinned Kip Sabian. He powered through the attack early and was very physical match to score the win, said Tony Schiavone. Blackpool Combat Club walked to the ring after the match. Moxley, Cowboy, I know you think you got unfinished business, but we don't. A couple of weeks ago, you got your ass pinned. After all the battles together, I have some respect for you, but I have zero fear. I've got your number. There's no chance that you will ever beat me again, so let it go. Paige, I'm not happy with our last match, and I don't think you are either. I don't think this is how it ends between us. I think it ends when two men go into that old dark alley and there's only one left standing. I think this ends at Revolution. What's the match? It's coming. I was kind of hoping you were going to say that. I was kind of hoping that you want to go down that dark old alley with me, that you wouldn't have any of your friends to talk you out of your decision. The emo cowboy ain't got no friends. So the Dark Order ends up going into the ring. Evil Uno. We've had this man's back through and through. The only reason I haven't done this because Adam Page requested we didn't. The Dark Order ain't afraid of you. Evil Uno is not afraid of John Moxley. Evil Uno pie-faced John Moxley. Mox, Cowboy Revolution, Texas Death Match. Get your popcorns, you get your drinks together, because it's going to be a rowdy good time. This is something that Rowdy Piper would be all for, guaranteed. Tony Schiavone was backstage with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho, Ricky Starks, you keep demanding a match with the Ocho. You're not at my level. Garcia, Ricky, This Friday, you have a match with me. Last Wednesday, I beat you. This Friday, I'm going to expose to everybody that you're an absolute fraud. Main event time. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Ruby Soho versus Toni Storm with Saraya. Saraya attacked a fan in front of the front row who was holding a Britt Baker sign. Ruby came down to stop the attack from continuing. Baker leveled Toni with a thrust kick. Ruby took Toni off her feet with a shoulder tackle. Ruby planted Toni with a suplex. Baker rocked Ruby with a stiff forearm. Baker used a neckbreaker DDT combo on Toni for a near fall. Toni Storm fired back with a drop kick and then a thrust kick. Britt and Toni traded elbow strikes. Britt smashed Storm with a ripcord lariat and then a neckbreaker for a near fall. Toni locked on a Texas cloverleaf on Ruby. In the meantime, Baker put the lockjaw on Ruby, but Saraya ran in to kick Ruby. Saraya put spray paint on Toni, then Toni ran into Baker with a hip attack, but Ruby managed to score the pin. So next week, they are going to be coming from the Footprint Center in Arizona, Phoenix, or Phoenix, Arizona, whatever. They got to get rid of the fucking spray paint because it's bringing back NWO and DX. Come up with something else. Maybe spray them with paint or not spray. Take actual paint and squirt paint or something. I don't know, but do something else. This is ridiculous. I'm doing just SmackDown from Friday because you're going to get Monday Night Raw and SmackDown from this week on the preview predictions, which will be on Saturday at 10 a.m. I decided 10 a.m. instead of it's 10 a.m. is good. You'll have coffee. You listen to me. You'll get my view of who should win. All right, Monday Night Raw, which I did not see, so I am sorry for this. Thank you, Ringside News, for giving me the notes and the run-through of Raw. Tonight's, not Raw, SmackDown. Oh, you my ear. Tonight's SmackDown is set to feature a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match as the Usos defend their titles against the team of Ricochet and Braun Strowman, who earned this title shot by winning the number one contenders tournament. Tonight will also feature a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship between Karrion Kross, Rey Mysterio, Madcap Moss, and Santos Escobar. SmackDown kicked off with Paul Heyman in the ring holding both Reigns' championship belts. Heyman says that ever since he and Brock Lesnar conquered the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania, which still gets boos to this day. He doesn't offer prediction, he gives spoilers. Heyman says the Island of Relevancy is under two prongs of attack. Sami Zayn, who is not here this evening, and also from Cody Rhodes on Raw. Heyman calls the two title belts he's holding the plasma in the blood flowing through the entire bloodline. Heyman says without the titles, there is no Island of Relevancy, no bloodline, no Paul Heyman, and no Roman Reigns. I'm telling you, this story is better than everything I've seen on daytime soaps. Heyman is interrupted by Sami Zayn, who slides in the ring behind Heyman's back. Zayn takes the mic from Heyman. Zayn says if this was a month ago, Solo Sikoa or the Usos would have ran down and taken him out. But now Heyman is out there all alone. Zayn says that Heyman knows that Reigns' days as champion are numbered. Zayn says, I'm leaving, and Jey Uso walking out of the bloodline is causing everything to crumble around them. Zayn says that Jimmy will side with his twin brother over the abusive cousin. Zayn says the bloodline is on the way it's on its way out, as everyone knows it. Zayn gives a spoiler to Heyman. Reigns has 8 days left as champion. Zayn grabs Heyman close and tells Heyman to tell Reigns he doesn't have to worry about Cody because Sami Zayn will be the one to take Reigns down. We have Hit Row versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Our opening tag team match begins with McIntyre and Ashanti in the ring. Ashanti taunts McIntyre, and McIntyre responds with a Glasgow kiss. McIntyre goes to the corner and counts down for the Claymore, but Top Dollar drags Ashanti out of the ring. Sheamus tags in. Ashanti hits a dropkick. Sheamus reverses the Irish whip and hits the Irish curse backbreaker. Top Dollar tries to take a cheap shot to Sheamus, but Sheamus grabs him and hits with a grand total of 23 beats to the Bataram. Sheamus hits the white noise to Ashanti. McIntyre hits Top Dollar, and Sheamus hits Ashanti with the bro kick and covers for a 3. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre pick up the victory. After the match, we cut to the Titantron, where we see a video package from Viking Raiders among trees and fire and other Viking-related things. It appears that the team is challenging Sheamus and McIntyre to a match next week, which is tonight. We come back from commercial break. We have Lacey Evans versus Carmen Harris. The match begins with Evans hitting a suplex. Evans hits a series of hard forearm strikes with Harris on the ropes. Harris gets a quick roll up for a 1 count. Evans climbs to the top rope and salutes and demands respect as the crowd relentlessly boo her. Evans hits the woman's right and locks in the Cobra Clutch, and Harris taps out immediately. Evans leaves the hold on just for a little bit long after the bell. Winner, Lacey Evans. Commercial break. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Before the match officially begins, Jimmy Uso makes his entrance alone as the location of Jey Uso is still unknown. The ring announcer starts to introduce Jimmy Uso as defending the titles by himself. Jimmy points to the crowd, and Jey comes down from the crowd and enters the ring, defends the title alongside Jimmy. The Tag Team Champions match begins with Ricochet and Jey Uso in a lockup. Jey hits a big shoulder tackle after the sequence of flips that would cause Jim Cornette to scream. Thank you, Ringside News, for putting that little laughing in. Jey hits a lariat and tags Jimmy in. Ricochet gets a standing headlock and makes the tag to Strowman. Strowman hits an Irish whip in the corner and tags Ricochet back in, and Strowman and Ricochet hit the corner splashes to Jimmy back and forth, and Ricochet covers for a 2. After the Usos regroup outside the ring, Jimmy and Ricochet lock up. Ricochet hits a standing moonsault and covers for 1 count. Jey makes a blind tag, and the Usos hit a pop-up Samoan drop, and Ricochet rolls to the outside of the ring. We come back from commercial. The match continues live with Jey Uso hitting Ricochet with a huge uppercut. Jimmy tags in, and Ricochet explodes out of the corner to hit a dropkick. Ricochet hits a springboard crossbody and makes the tag to Strowman as Jey tags in. Strowman hits a shoulder tackle and then a running lariat in the corner. Jey hits a super kick with Strowman out on the outside of the ring. Jay hits a tope suicida. Back in the ring, Jay hits a flying crossbody. Jay hits a super kick, and Ricochet tags in and hits a springboard moonsault and then a standing shooting star press. Jimmy makes the tag and hits an enziguri. Strowman tags in and hits the running power slam. Strowman tags in Ricochet, and Ricochet gets on Strowman's shoulders and hits a swanton. Ricochet covers, but Jay Uso pulls Ricochet out of the ring to make the save. Strowman exits the ring and charges around the ring, but Jay ducks and Strowman crashes over the announce table. Ricochet goes up top, but Jimmy counters with an uppercut. Jay makes the tag. Ricochet hits a shooting star press. Jimmy hits a splash to Ricochet immediately after Jay covers for a 3. Winner, the Usos. Come back from commercial break. SmackDown returns with Natalya in the ring. Natalya said there's only one thing she wants to get off her chest. The fake chest. Holy shit. I think every time she gets a teeny weeny injury, she goes in and gets these things blown up. Natalya brings up Shayna Baszler breaking her nose. Natalya says she took Baszler's spot from that knock-off Ronda Rousey. Hearing this, Shayna Baszler makes her way out. Baszler says she was signed to WWE and winning titles before Rousey came around. Hearing this out comes Ronda Rousey. Baszler stares down Rousey before taking a cheap shot at Natalya. Baszler and Rousey team up to attack Natalya before Shotzi runs out to make the save. Shotzi is quick discarded, and Rousey holds Natalya's arm out, and Baszler hits a running knee strike. Backstage, Jimmy Uso is walking alone. He was met by Sami Zayn. Zayn says he knows he put him in a tough spot, but he knows Reigns well, and so does Jay, and that Reigns won't forget what happened at the Royal Rumble. Zayn says Jay Uso walking out meant a lot to him. Zayn says Jay does not have to go down with the ship. There's a way out. Zayn, I acknowledge you, to Jay. Zayn holds out his fist after a moment. Jay fist pumps Zayn to a very loud pop in the crowd. We have the tag team match. We have Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. The match begins with Morgan and Deville in the ring with a lockup. Deville hits a shoulder tackle. Morgan hits a drop kick and then a running splash in the corner. Morgan dives off the middle rope but is hit with a knee strike to the face. Green tags in the match and Green stomps Morgan's face into the turnbuckle. Deville tags in and Morgan ducks a strike, causing Green to be hit and knocked off the ropes. Rodriguez tags in and hits a fallaway slam to Deville. Rodriguez hits the corkscrew elbow splash and covers, but Deville grabs the bottom rope. Deville tags Green in and Rodriguez immediately hits a power slam. Morgan tags in as Rodriguez hits a power bomb. Morgan follows with Oblivion and Rodriguez power bombs Morgan onto Green and Morgan covers for 3. Where Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. The fatal 4-way for the number 1 contendership for the Intercontinental Champion. We have Karrion Kross versus Madcap Moss versus Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio. The fatal 4-way begins with the Mysterio fighting with Kross and Escobar and Moss going at it. Moss dumps Escobar out of the ring and starts throwing punches at Kross. Escobar pulls the ropes and causing Moss to crash to the outside. Kross and Escobar argue who gets to fight with Mysterio, and Kross sends Escobar over the top to the outside of the ring, going after Mysterio again. Cross hits a big boot and charges to the corner, but Mysterio counters with a kick. All four wrestlers are back in the ring. Mysterio goes for a crossbody, but Moss catches him and hits him with a fallaway slam that launches Mysterio into Escobar. Sorry. Escobar hits a running knee to Cross. Escobar stares down Mysterio, who gets back in the ring as the crowd approves of lucha goodness about to witness. Escobar hits a big drop kick. Mysterio goes on top and hits a big hurricanrana, but Escobar follows with a backbreaker to Mysterio. Mysterio sends Escobar to the ropes, but Escobar avoids the 619. Mysterio flies over the top rope to take out Cross, and Escobar hits a tope suicida to Moss. We come back from our commercial break. Our main event continues with Cross covering Escobar for a 2 count. Cross hits a belly-to-belly suplex to Mysterio. Moss hits Cross with a big shoulder tackle. And Moss hits Escobar and then Mysterio with shoulder tackles. Moss hits a spinebuster to Cross and cover for a 2. Moss catches Escobar in midair, but Escobar reverses the slam into a roll up for a 2 count. Mysterio hits a drop kick to Escobar off the sunset flip roll through. Mysterio hits a tornado DDT to Cross. Escobar hits Mysterio with a phantom driver, and Moss breaks the cover. Escobar goes up top, and Moss meets him up there. Escobar hits a headbutt, and then hits a hurricanrana to Moss. Cross hits a lariat to knock Escobar out of the ring. Cross goes to powerbomb Mysterio, but Mysterio counters to send Cross to the ropes. Mysterio hits the 619, but Scarlett prevents the squash by grabbing Mysterio. Escobar runs to attack Cross, and they both fall out of the ring. Moss hits an elbow drop from the top rope to Mysterio, and Moss makes the cover for a 3. Winner Madcap Moss. He will be taking on Gunther tonight on SmackDown. I wanted to also cover something that happened this week with, speaking of the Mysterios. So Dominic and Rhea wanted to spend their first Valentine's Day as a couple. But you and I all know that we're 2 different people. Dominic is getting married, and Buddy and Rhea together. So Dominic and Rhea go out. They go say, yeah, we have a reservation on the Mysterio. The fucking maitre d', fucking goddamn idiot, didn't think of asking fucking them, oh, what is the first name? They just put Mysterio, and they assumed that it was Ray. That should be free dinner right then and there. Okay? My family owns restaurants. My aunt's family, my uncle is married to this lovely woman. Her name is Susan. Her family, it has a lot of restaurants in Long Island. They're sprouting up. They're going to be sprouting up all over the place. We're going to have a franchise here. Okay? It's going to be better than Olive Garden. It's going to be classier than Olive Garden. And I'm going to give a little bit of promotion out there. Free advertising. It's Italian Kitchen. There's one, I think, in Bayshore. In Garden City, there is another restaurant that is owned by my aunt's family. It's called 388. It's in Roslyn Heights, New York. Excellent fucking food. If you're a Penny alla vodka fan, then that's your jam. 388 is like you're going into a nice upscale, classy Italian restaurant. It's modern. It's hip. It's where you bring a nice date, which I totally. Yes, please, just go there for everything. It's family style. You share. It's romantic. Go check it out. And that's enough of free publicity for my Gantz restaurant. Anyway, so they made a mistake. First thing is they should give him a brand new table, whatnot. Give him a VIP table. Then Dominic's credit card or whatever, the tab was cut off and whatnot. I would have said, well, look what you did. You gave my reservation away. What are you going to do for me? You need to make this right. You fucked up. You have to make this good. This is what I would do. This whole meal is going to be on you guys for screwing up. We're going to order what we want, as much as we want, and it's going to be on you. Because you made the mistake giving it to my father and mother. So that his credit cards decline and whatnot. So mommy, Rhea, she pays. Once he gets everything figured out, he's going to pay her back, or he's going to do something, like get her something. Like maybe he should get her like a nice gift to say, hey, I got everything. I'm going to pay you back. But I'm loving these videos. I was glued to my Twitter feed all fucking night. It was hilarious. But they're getting good. They're getting good. Oh my God. So that is that. I am going to be recording after SmackDown for the preview and predictions. Again, thank you, Ringside News. Will be Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on that very preview and predictions. And then Sunday, I will be doing the review of sometime. You'll get the tweet probably Saturday night. The preview and predictions will be at 10 a.m. It's going to go live at 10 a.m. It's going to be, on you guys. What's else is going to be on you guys is, please do me a favor. Go check out me on Twitter, Mel'S Mat Chat on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Please go check me out on Snapchat and Facebook. Please go check out harrys.com. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And please, April 2nd is coming very, very quickly. Please support autism awareness. I'm the voice of the voiceless. My son has to rely on me to get his needs met. Take the time, if you know anybody, take the time to spend time with them. You know what? We should be jealous of them, because the ones that cannot talk are so lucky. They don't have to deal with all the bullshit that we have to deal with every single day as typical human beings. I mean, they're typical, but they're unique and special. And they are what keeps me going, especially in this past year, March 26th. I'm going to probably do a live on TikTok. I'm going to set my phone up. I'm going to do an hour of just playing some tunes, playing some of my mother's favorite music, and get a nice candle for her. We're going to burn the candle on March 26th at midnight. I wanted to take a video, put it on Twitter, put it on my Instagram, and everything like that at midnight on March 26th. We're going to mark the 1-year anniversary of my mother's death. And I'm telling you, this is why you need to support autism awareness, because these are the people that will love you unconditionally, because they don't know anything. And they will be in your corner as long as you treat them the way you want to be treated. So that is that. I want everybody to have a great Friday night. I want everybody to enjoy the Elimination Chamber on Saturday. Please, when you're on here, please like, share, and subscribe all my videos. That would be great. And please, if you can, tag me into it. If you're going to put me on Instagram, Twitter, or wherever you're going to, please tag me in it, that I know that you are sharing it. I should be telling this every single time, but I keep forgetting. I swear, I have menopause brain lately. I don't remember half the shit that needs to get done, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything lately, but try to get more motivation to get everything done because May is coming up, and my 41st birthday is going to be mint. So I want everybody to, again, have a great Friday. I will see you on Saturday at 10 a.m. for the preview and predictions of the Elimination Chamber. Get my picks, get what should happen to go to WrestleMania, and that is it. Have a great Friday. I love you all, and I'll be back here after the preview and predictions sometime on Sunday, but you can definitely get me for 279 next week at 2 p.m. on a Friday. So I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.